Good morning. Thank you for joining me today for Monday morning devotion. A friend sent me a verse this week taken from Malachi chapter 3. And before I read it, I just want to set it up a little bit. And toward the end of this chapter, God is talking to the children of Israel, and he's talking about the day of judgment and how it will look differently for those who fear and honor God and for those who are arrogant and evildoers. And talking to those who fear the Lord and honor him, this is what he has to say. They will be my treasured possession. I will spare them just as a father has compassion and spares his son who serves him. And you will again see the distinction between the righteous and the wicked, between those who serve God and those who do not. My friend wrote this statement about this verse. Radically obedient people are a treasure to God. They will be my treasured possession. What a great thing to be called God's treasure. Many people don't see us as a treasure sometimes, but God sees us as a treasure when we follow him and are obedient to him. Many times God calls people who are people that other people throw away. I'm reminded of Matthew, the disciple. Sunday morning, the pastor spoke about this verse and found in Matthew chapter 9, the calling of Matthew. Matthew was not a loved person. He was hated by the Jews because he was a tax collector. And where did Jesus find him? Doing his job in a tax collector's booth. And Jesus comes up to him and says, "Follow me." Now, Matthew could have said, "No way, get out of here. I'm not following you." But it says that Matthew got up and followed him. Apparently, he had had enough of what this life had to offer, and he followed Jesus. The pastor was saying that Matthew gave up the most when he followed Jesus of all the other disciples. The other disciples, they gave up fishing, but they could always go back and fish whenever they wanted. Matthew, however, gave up his wealth, and he had nothing to go back to. He had to completely abandon the lifestyle that he was living as a tax collector. Jesus went on to say that it's not the healthy who need a doctor, but the sick. And he has not come to call the righteous, but sinners to repentance. And so here we are. God sees a treasure in us when he calls us to himself and says, "Follow me, follow me." And it's our choice whether we follow him in obedience to his word and the ways that he has set up for us in his written word, the Bible. And when we do that, we are his treasure. We are God's treasure. May you experience the love that comes from knowing Jesus Christ and being his treasure this week as you follow him in obedience to his word. Have a blessed week, everyone. I look forward to seeing you next Monday.